For the last year, maybe two, I've been toying with the idea of quitting all commercial film work, which is scary for most, obviously, finances. That is where most of my income comes from. And it's also where my industry reputation has been and where my experiences come from. And, you know, there's so much that commercial filmmaking has given me. But I've asked myself a lot over the last year or two, does this make me happy? It used to really make me happy, you know, flying to Switzerland for a day or two and then off to Scotland for a weekend or whatever it was. I got to meet loads of interesting people and go into loads of strange places and learn about different companies, environments, people. However, and this is quite a big however, the toll it takes physically, mentally, and financially, because even though that's where my income source has been, you have to lay out a lot, particularly in my case as a producer director where I bring in other people or I have to pay for the expenses up front. I've only had 2 clients pay me on time since the COVID restrictions eased up, which is ridiculous, to be honest. Even though I totally advocate for commercial filmmaking and it's given me so much, and I think freelance filmmaking is a really enjoyable experience in a lot of ways. For me, there's something else that I've always wanted more, and I think now is the time to really push for that. On this channel, you'll hopefully know that I advocate for following your dreams, not irresponsibly or recklessly, but really pursuing what you want to achieve. And for me, the reason I'm in film is feature films and TV shows. That's what I want to be making. And the commercial world, sure, has been interesting in many ways, but it just doesn't excite me anymore. That's not to say if the right project came about, I wouldn't do it. Like, I do still really enjoy the conservation side to things that I do. You know, if there was a short documentary about a scientist, for instance, I would love to do that. But in terms of kind of making brand commercials, I feel like I've done that as much as I want to do, and I don't like being the negative person on these jobs. Often the other people I'm working with love working in commercials, and I used to. And now I find myself not really bringing my best to these jobs. So for that reason, I am planning and hoping to stop all commercial film work by the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of next month. Now, no doubt you'll be thinking 2 things. One, you'll be thinking, how are you going to pay for anything in your life? And the other one is, well, what actually are you going to do? What I realized through the skillshare classes that I teach and through these YouTube videos and through some training courses that I've provided to some people over the last year or two, I really, really enjoy sharing film knowledge and just kind of living within a world of learning and experiencing and education. So my plan, hopefully, I'm hoping that I can, 1, build up my Skillshare portfolio and my classes to a point where it sustains me month on month. I have actually just launched a new Skillshare course, which free link in the description if you want to go check it out, all about how to be more productive and get back into a productive routine when you've been out of one for a while. 2, use my time to focus on that first feature film script that I'm writing and getting that made either next summer, but more likely the summer after. That's the goal. And I'd quite like to make a short film before the end of the year. But 3, the main thing that is different from where I've been, I'd quite like to teach film in an environment with other people, and whether that is in some establishment at a university or running my own courses, I'm not sure yet, but I've realized how much more I enjoy watching others grow and learn and being able to help other filmmakers progress. So that's the plan, and the real crux of it is that I really want to, in 2 years, be making my first feature, and I just don't think sticking in commercial film world is going to allow that to happen, because the long hours, the physical exertion, and the kind of mindset that it puts me in doesn't bring out that scope in me. When I wrote my TV pilot screenplay that won a big contest last year, the majority of that final draft, if not the whole final draft, was written during lockdown. And that's because I was not really doing that much commercial work, and I was really enjoying myself doing a science course, which is also something else I want to kind of look a bit more into. But I think I've reached that point now in my life and my career where I want to be writing and directing the narrative work and finding other ways to sustain that. I've really enjoyed all the commercial projects by and large. Maybe some of them have been a little bit of a pain, but for the whole, I don't think there's anything wrong or anything to be looked down upon someone who enjoys commercial filmmaking. I did for a long time, and the travel side of things, the opportunity to learn, the amount of money that you can make, it's all really enjoyable things. It's just not the right step for me anymore. So yeah, I don't really know why I'm sharing this on YouTube. I just thought you might be interested. I guess it's that thing for me that I'm trying to encourage other people to follow their dreams, whether that is going to university, starting a business, or going freelance. And at the same time, I'm kind of playing it safe by not going fully in on what I want to do. So that is why, yeah, hopefully by the end of next month, or at least by the end of the year, I won't be doing any more commercial work. Sorry to some of you out there who I work with on commercials. Like I say, the right project, the right people, maybe I'd consider like the odd commercial project here or there. I really want to do a documentary in the science conservation realm soon, but no more producing commercials that take up days of headspace and time, and no more corporate interviews or things like that. My journey since being freelance has gone from events to brand commercials to actually quite large commercials. And then over the last year, I've really stripped that back down just because I didn't want it taking up all that space in my head, just going on easier jobs. And what I've realized is that's not the solution. It was just me putting off the solution because it's scary going into the unknown, not knowing how much money you're going to make, and kind of thinking I'm going to turn away a lot of opportunity. But by doing that, maybe I'm opening myself up to new opportunity. So I might just be having an early midlife crisis. I turned 31 in like 2 days, so there's a good chance it's that. But if it's not, who knows? Maybe this is the start of quite an exciting journey. Hopefully this will allow me to make more YouTube videos. I know I always say that, but I am trying, I promise. And like I say, in the coming weeks and months, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like, but there will probably be more filmmaking related classes somewhere in the world with me involved. Yeah, it's interesting to have made that decision mentally. And if you're in a similar position, do let me know. I just feel like this community understands me a lot more than some of the commercial networks that I've been in over the years. So I'll leave it there, and I'm going to go enjoy my birthday this week, and I hope you have a great week, and I will see you very soon.